Babies are closest to God. When Krishna was small, I used to tell him that you're closer to God than us. And when Narayan was born, I told Krishna, Narayan is closer to God than you. And he was not very happy about it. And I explained to him that babies are closer to God than adults. As you grow up, you tend to move away from God. But the question is why and how? First of all, let's level set this. All babies are closest to God. The one who sees cannot speak. The one who can speak doesn't see. The one who knows cannot speak, and the one who can speak doesn't know. When babies are born, they don't have body identification. When babies are born, they don't have ego. Ego is identification with body and mind. They don't identify themselves as a separate body, separate mind. They have no awareness of their body, no so-called no manners. They have zero concern about time. They're just being themselves. They're completely in touch with their feelings and they fully express themselves, whether it is joy, whether it is hunger, whether it is a need for sleep or need to be held. They demand it. They ask for it. They don't care. It's the middle of a night. If they're hungry, they're hungry. If they poop, they poop. Babies are completely being themselves. And no one need to teach them how to be themselves. They don't really care about clothing themselves. They don't care about how they look, so to speak. As the babies grow into kids and young adults and adults, what happens is we gain more body identification. We identify ourselves. We gain more ego. Ego in this case is not pride. Ego in this case is self-identity. How I identify myself as my unique self, which means my body and my mind. What I think of myself as myself and what I would like to project of myself in the eyes of other people. So the next question is ego a good thing or a bad thing? Ego is neither good nor bad. It just is. We are unique beings for a purpose on this planet Earth, and it is needed for our own unique expression, for our own unique contribution on this planet Earth. The idea is that that uniqueness cannot become so overwhelming and overpowering, overdriven, that we cannot see the needs of others beyond our own. Ego is needed to take care of myself, otherwise I become a burden on society. I need to have a certain level of self-pride that I take care of my own stuff, that I don't depend on others for my own stuff. Self-respect, self-confidence, and so forth. Neither we inflate the ego nor we deflate the ego. It's just like air in the tires. The tire pressure has to be just right. If it is overinflated, we're going to have bumpy ride. And a small nail can burst the tire because it doesn't give. And if it is deflated, it's going to be a drag. It's going to consume too much energy. It won't have enough power and speed. Just right. A little bit more, a little bit less, it's okay. It's manageable. Yep. Plus and minus a little bit. We don't need to have ego in absolute zero. Each person has a personality. Some personalities are a little bit more expressive. Some are a little bit more subdued. Some personalities are a little bit more prominent and demanding. And some personalities would rather not be in the limelight. Whatever your personality, which is again a segment of ego, be that. In Ayurveda, each one of us have our own unique constitution based on kapha, pitta, vata, the various imbalances or balances between the water, fire, and the air element. And the idea is that each person is supposed to maintain that equilibrium that is unique to that person. There's no such thing as an absolute equilibrium, equal in all the three elements. We don't need to attain that. We need to attain a balance with respect to us. So all I have to do is to be myself. I can be a reaction to a situation, or I can be myself. It is a choice I have to make. And I choose to love me. I love me. Uniquely as who I am. Just remember, at some point, I was a baby too. So at some point, I was also closest to God, as close as I could have been in this human form. And I have to go back to it.